yako Nyauri.
Maneno utaongea itatumika kwa ushahidi.
Nijiamini leo.
Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are. This is Word Cafe. Tumechelewa kidogo but it's fine. Things happen. Leo niko na jitambulishe, jisemee.
Mimi ni Joseph Olumasai.
Sauti imeenda wapi?
Sauti ipo.
All right.
Ipo. Nasema naitwa Joseph Olumasai.
Okay.
Kwa wale ambao hawanijui ama wale wageni. Na nashukuru sana kwa hapa siku ya leo.
We have a brand new pastor size 8. Una habari? Hapa alikuwa naombewa kukuwa ordained kuwa mchungaji.
It's a good one.
Habari ndio hiyo. Hii ni mpya.
Biblia inasema aje? The harvest is what?
Is plenty.
Plenty, but the workers.
Yeah, but
few.
Ni kupitia tu mambo kidogo. Jana Mombasa nyuki zimekimbiza watu. Leo rais amekuwa kwenye maadhimisho ya Jamhuri Day. A lot of things. Uhuru Garden, kila mtu alikuwa na kamba mbali na mwenzake, but it's fine.
They are practicing social distance.
Yeah, Ijumaa baba alikuwa anatangaza rasmi mambo ya
Azimio.
Last bullets. You last bullet ya baba. How many last bullets does he have? Every time when a last bullet.
No, you may not know.
Okay.
Until he releases the last one.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Reverend Lucy naye anagawa Christmas.
Anafika huko lini?
Harusi ndio sijajua ni lini. Ni mambo ya mitandao lakini. Na mada ya leo ni we are trying to figure out the missing link with the society. Things are happening. For instance, wacha nikupeleke kidogo kwenye mambo ambayo nimekutana nayo kwenye mitandao. Let me begin by this one. Kabete police officer Benson Imbatu kills his wife and 5 other people. His wife and
5
other people.
Relatives or
no, just random people. His wife and 5 others and himself. Okay?
That's number 1.
That's number 1. Number 2 thing that is scaring me very fast is a father, yes. A father in Chebonet village, Elgeyo Marakwet County, has killed his 2 children before hanging himself.
A father?
Yes.
This round is not a mother?
No.
A father?
A father.
Where was the mother?
It only records the father. According to county police commissioner, this Jackson, the who did the act, is 38 years old. Younger than me, by the way. Not slightly. He's younger than me.
Slightly.
No.
Older than me.
He's just younger than me. Oh, slightly. Older than me. No problem.
Slightly.
But the children, 5 years and 7, they are not small kids.
They're not kids.
You can imagine a father struggling with a 7-year-old to kill.
And a 5-year-old.
Yes. Then locks them up in the room. He hangs himself.
Are the children the problem?
I think there is something wrong with the society.
Very true. Very true.
Where do we begin this?
There must be a missing link
In the society?
in the society. And I think if I can remember how I've been brought up, or how we have been brought up in early 90s,
Yep.
we've never had such issues. I've never heard of a father killing his own children. I've never heard of any mother killing of her own children. But in this dispensation, this generation, this issue, it is a lot. That means there is something that the community is lacking. There must be something that we are missing in the community, because it is not right.
So it means there is something the community is not addressing.
Yes. There must be something. And
let's begin with the police. The mandate of the police is to provide security.
Security, that's number one.
Even the other day, the president was actually advising them to talk their issues. They may find help. Talk out their issues.
And you see, most of the things actually they are happening because nowadays people want to live their life. People want to live their life. People don't want to open up. We say it is about me, I and myself. So whatsoever that is within you, it's yours. And whether people will want to know how you are living, you don't care about it. It's just about you and yourself.
Okay.
And such syndrome, it's making people to be, I think it's depression. There are things that are eating people and they are not addressing. So if there be anything, okay, I happen to be in a school of counseling, and we were told the only way you can release yourself, it is when you talk. And sometimes the counselor can allow you even to cry. Talk and cry out. Let what is in you, let that thing that is burning you, let it come out. Cry. Crying is a healing process. We call it catharsis. Catharsis. When someone is allowed to cry, when he's releasing him or herself.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is a healing process. Once, have you ever heard someone saying that, someone talking and he's crying and say, leo nimeona wacha niongee, na anaongea na analia, that person ana heal. Hiyo tu kulia inamsaidia.
Leo wacha niongee.
Na anaongea akilia. Kwa hivyo the most dangerous person in the community is a person who keeps everything for himself or herself na haongei. Huyo ni hatari. Even in our houses, we have got kids, and some of the kids will not want to talk. Mtoto anaweza amka tu na ananyamaza tu. Uko sawa? Niko sawa. Lakini ukimwangalia haiko sawa. Huyo mtoto lazima umchunguze.
Kuna kama ripoti zilisema kwamba ile basi iliyoangamia na wanakwaya wa kanisa. Watu walikuwa wanaongelesha driver but he wasn't talking.
Unasikia sana mambo kama haya. Ni kama huyu ni mtu amelazimishwa kwenda safari. Ama akupewa allowance ya kwenda hiyo safari.
So whenever you come across an untalking person, it should be a problem.
It should be a problem, and he should not be engaged in any duty. That's what I think. Huyo kama ni dereva asiendeshe hilo gari, asiendeshe.
Kama ataongeleshwa haongei.
Kama haongei basi akaona
wewe ni mchungaji.
Yes. Wamekumbuka.
Wewe ni mchungaji.
Yes, mimi ni mchungaji.
According to me, the way I was brought up, this counsel that you are calling a counselor,
yes,
is provided by either church or any religious organization. Where is the church?
In fact, the church, as per my understanding, the church should be the number one thing in the community. If there be any problem, if there be anyone looking for solution, he should run to the church. And the church should benefit the community. Are you getting me? People should benefit from the community. So the church should help the community in whatsoever. But as by the look of the things, the church iko tu.
Hapo nyuma, whenever there arose a problem in the government or in the society, the government could call upon the clergy.
Yes, the church leaders.
Yes, either
the reverend.
Yes, even the imams were called.
Yes, yeah.
Because they have this spiritual connection with their own people.
Yes, yes.
They could advise. But today, you will only hear of a church asking serikali saidia.
So there is a disconnect from the political arena and the church. And I think what has made people to fear, okay, most people, they don't want, people from the church don't want to hear from the political side. And you know why? It's just because the political side things are different. Mambo iko tofauti kwa ground.
Ngoja. Juzi commission ambayo inasimamia uchaguzi imesema mambo ya michango kanisani na makampeni isimame.
Yeah, kanisa.
Yes. Na kuna makanisa inalia. Ilikuwa labda imeorodhesha hawa wanasiasa kuleta hiyo michango. What do you think? Church iko wapi?
Mali kanisa iko sahi. We say the state of the church.
Ngoja nikuite mchungaji ndio sasa kwa unaongea kwa niaba ya kanisa wakikusikiza. Unajua watu wanakusikiza.
Najua.
All right. Where is the church in all this?
We are missing in action somewhere as church is concerned.
An incident happened in January, I think should be 2019, January 24th, 2019, on a Wednesday. It was in the media that a father had killed his own two daughters.
A father?
A father. When the neighbor was asked what they remembered, the neighbor said the last time they saw the children and the father, they were coming from the church. Hiyo kitu iliniuma.
Wametoka kanisani
na
wakapotea.
Ndio ilikuwa mara yao ya mwisho kuonekana.
Walikuwa wameenda kusoma misa ya kupotea ama
what I don't know is the church a symbol of hope anymore?
As per today, let me tell you.
Ama unataka kukuja na bishop wako ndio kusaidia kujibu, lakini jibu kama wewe.
As per today, it's not every church that is a church.
Hapo church.
It's not every church that is a church. Because church should be a source of hope. Because the word that is preached in the church, we preach Christ, who is the hope of glory. Jesus is our hope. So how comes coming from church and go and kill your children or go and commit suicide? That means there is no hope. There's no help in that church. So it's not a church. Because ile church nye tunajua. Hata ukisikia mtu anasema mimi naenda kanisani niombewe. Naenda kuona mchungaji ambaye ni wa kanisa. Una imani ya kwamba kule ndipo utapata suluhisho. Na uwezi toka kule na uende ujiue.
Nisiingilie mambo ya church sana because there are churches zingine zilikuwa kwenye vyombo vya habari. Before you talk to the man of the cloth, you have to pay something. Not just something. You have to pay money
to see a man of God.
Yes.
So do you think this is a man of God? Okay.
So
Peter,
my question is,
yes.
when you don't have this money, will your problem be addressed?
With such a kind of a you won't.
Okay, turudi kwa society. Tutoke kwa kanisa.
Unajua wewe tutoka kanisa sababu kanisa ndio society.
Oh, kanisa ndio society.
Kanisa ndio society. Sababu kanisa ina address everyone. Tukienda tutoka pale crusade, tunahubiria nani? Tunahubiria community. Even some of the churches that zimedevelop vizuri zimesaidia community. Kuna your areas, kuna Friends Church, whatever. School, yes. Inasaidia community. So we cannot run away from church in the community.
Mambo ya mashule lakini saa hii kuna mtihani. Kwa sababu shule ambayo iko kama tuseme sehemu za magharibi ambayo ni ya Friends School, unakuta watoto wanatoka pwani wanaenda huko. Community ya hapo watoto wao wasomi, so mambo ya mashule hapo naona kuna kitu kili change. It is no longer for the community, it's for the people who have money.
Really?
What do you think?
Yaani shule imekuwa
ilijengwa kusaidia community, but wenye community hawasomi hapo, hawana pesa.
So inabidi tutoe.
Inabidi wenye pesa wale wanatoka sehemu zingine kama hata inji jirani wakuja kusoma.
Na ndio maana tunaanza kuchoma shule. Ndio maana tumeanza kuchoma shule.
Hata huko kwa kuchoma shule sikuwa nataka uingie leo. Nataka tuzungumzie hili jambo la mtu badala ya kufa peke yake anakufa na wenzake. Hapo nyuma ilikuwa mtu akichoka na maisha anajirusha baharini mwenyewe. Sasa mtu anataka kuingia kwa bahari na aingie na watu. Where is the problem? I thought maybe serikali ingesaidia, but serikali yenyewe ndio unaona pia ndio iko na shida.
Hii serikali
where do you think is the problem?
Serikali ni nani?
Serikali ni wale.
Serikali ni mimi. Ni mimi na wewe. Sisi ndio tuko kwa serikali.
Hiyo lugha ya Kenya bwana.
Kuna unajua mtu alisema ni vigumu sana kusaidia ule mtu ambaye ameshakata kauli na ameshakata tamaa. It is hard to give hope to someone who is hopeless na ile decision yenye amesha make ni hivyo. We live with hope. On our daily life. We live with hope. So tuko na hope tutaona next year. Lakini kuna mtu anasema mimi siwezi ona mwaka unaoja. Mimi sitakula Christmas. Mtu ashakata kauli. So mtu kama huyo ni mgumu sana kusaidia.
Did you hear what the clergy said mwenye ile kanisa ya ile basi ilikuwa imetoka? The driver in the morning was talking to his colleagues, junior colleagues. Anamwambia, mimi sioni kama hii mwaka itaisha.
Unaona? Unasikia? Anaona. Huyo mtu hata umuelezee umwambie
mwaka itaisha.
yaoni. But also
now as a clergyman, what do you think wewe umesema umepita pia mambo ya counseling, unajua ni nini itakuwa kwa akili ya mtu amke auwe mtu, atembee nje na bunduki auwe 1 2 3 4 5 alafu aende alalie bunduki?
huyu mtu ukimchunguza vizuri lazima kuna kitu anataka revenge. There is what we call the spirit of revenge. It must be in this person.
Okay.
And in any murder there is always a spirit behind it. Things just never happen. There is always a force behind it. There is always something behind it. And if something is happening, then that thing must be evil. That thing must be evil.
Okay. Maybe where do we start maybe mending the ribbon?
First of all, we need to get to know where the gap is. Where the gap is. And that's where we need to start filling that gap. We are in a tough generation. We call it the ATM generation. We call it fast food. Things are pop.
Wi-Fi generation.
Yes, Wi-Fi generation. Everything
Smartphones.
is everything is. But those days, I remember, we used to visit our grandfather, our grandmothers, just to go have fun, sit down.
Most of grandfathers are now in town.
.com. Which is okay, but we need to create time. We need to create time. Visit the elders. Sit down. I think as much as we are in a .com generation, there are some of the things that we don't need to get them away. Astahili tusahau maadili ya kijamii, hatustahili kabisa, sababu mimi mwenyewe though I'm still young, but niko na zama zangu pia.
Okay.
Niko na zama. There are those days that you are so much attached to your grandfather. Mpaka kuna wakati mnaenda mnachunga ng'ombe
na
grandfather na anakuonyesha jinsi vile maisha mnakaa.
Sasa hiyo uko tu na t-shirt una kinyasa.
Na mimi nimegrow na msemo huu. My grandfather used to tell me, kwa milango ya watu usipatikane. Sababu gani? Kule utafinyiwa ugali moto kwa mkono. Ukienda upewe ugali kwa okay, this is what he was meaning. Unapokuwa kwa wenyewe. Na they're giving you some ugali. Anakupea ugali kwa mkono na ni ugali ni moto, anakufinyia ugali moto kwa mkono ikuchome. So akaniambia kwa milango, and that's the exact word that I always use to my children. Kwa milango. Sio wasiende kucheza ngile, lakini kwa milango msipatikane huko.
That is now parenting.
That now parenting. And what is making the community lack people who are sound mind, people who are disciplined, it is what we call parenting, by the way.
The police force is a disciplined force, my friend.
It's a place of discipline. But of late, it is becoming undisciplined.
Kama hii viral video ilionekana jamaa wale wa pa. By the way,
nasema ni sisi.
Duru zinasema wameregeshwa nyumbani.
Waacha
college kuregeshwa nyumbani.
Sasa certificate zimerudishwa.
Inabidi, manake according to police, that is not what police community should be having.
Then there must be maybe a problem. Where did they train from? Kule ndani basi kuna shida.
But I don't.
These are just a few of them.
Although I don't blame these boys.
Yes.
During their graduation, they had a performance, and a certain song was singing. They were dancing to that tune. And actually, maybe I didn't get it in time. I would have shown you.
What
It
was
was
the
a
content?
gengeton.
What gengeton?
You know genge?
Sasa genge
Pastor,
tayari.
unajua gengeton?
Sasa genge tayari ishasema ni genge ni nini?
So walikuwa wana entertain guests wakitumia hiyo gengeton. Nafikiri walipomaliza tu si ni wale wazii.
Sasa ugenge ukatokelezea sasa. I'm telling you, there's something we are missing. There is something.
Is it
nowadays? You see, they're in college.
Is it a parenting issue?
They've been in a college
for some time.
For some time, and a college is a place where you acquire knowledge, you are disciplined. Lakini bado umetoka huko, wewe ni ule.
In fact, wale wabaya. Okay.
Lakini hao vijana walifanya nini?
Walikuwa na celebrate tu.
For me, I didn't see anything by the bad.
They were celebrating.
They just celebrating. They are just happy. Na wanajaribu tu kuonyesha sisi ni wale wase.
Wa pa. Okay.
Pa hii. Pa means what?
Shoot.
Oh.
If you don't know. Wewe ni pastor.
Unajua pa inamaanisha
sisi tunatembea kwa street.
Mimi kabla niokoke kulikuwa na pa ingine yenye sio hiyo.
Sio.
Kwa hivyo najua.
Na si ya paparazzi.
Hapana.
Alright? So, do we say parenting is the missing?
It is one of the issue that is lacking also, and it's affecting the community because we say that charity begins at home. The way you bring out your child, the way you train your child matters a lot, and how the child is going to face the community. You see, the communities are waiting to see the kind of a person that you as a family are going to bring. So before the community becomes a community, there's that person that is coming from your home. You as a father, you as a mother, coming out. Tutasema, ile community imeoza. So charity begins at home. The way we are going to bring our children, the way we are going to train our children will matter, and it will show how they will behave in the community.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When a politician is involved in a corrupt scandal or something,
yes,
the community rises. Oh, mtu wetu. Waonaje? Amechukua akiwa peke yake, but kuface justice, community is involved.
Yeah, this saying, people say that chenu ni chenu. Na hiyo ndio imechangia pia. If something is bad, let us just mention it with no fear. Let's just mention, let's just say it, and let us condemn. We need to condemn. We need anything bad in the community, we must condemn it.
Okay.
Because the young ones who are still coming up, they are watching. So if you don't condemn, then it will be a trend. It will be a trend. There was an incident, I don't know whether we can talk about it. There was an incident where there was one of the politicians ran away with money, and she said that she carried money in their sacks and blah blah blah. And the following day she was contesting for the governorship.
And she got it.
And yes, and she got it. Now tell me, if the young ones in that county wanajifunza nini kutoka hapo? So the way the grown-ups behave, it will help the young ones, and it will upgrade the community. Because even Peter said in the Bible, imitate me as I imitate Christ. So there is a way that Peter was living the Christ life, that he's appealing people, the followers, to imitate him as he imitates what?
So, like, for example, our president can say, all the politicians
imitate
me
yes.
because I'm a good example.
Yes, he can say that if he is. I don't know whether he's good or bad. But on politics, it's personal.
Politics in public. They are vying for a public office.
Yes, like in the stand of a person, where someone is standing.
No, but
sometimes it
this
becomes
is
a
citizen number one. Can say all citizens imitate me. I'm a good person.
Yes,
I'm of good moral.
so wanasema kila mtu unaonekana na matunda yake, kila mti. And we shall know them by the fruits.
You see, like when the former president alisimama akasema I have only one wife, na ndio huyu na watoto wangu ndio hawa. Kuna wanaume pia walianza kusema niko tu na bibi moja, walifollow example. Upo.
But ilikuwa ukweli ama ni uongo? Wale wenye waliona sasa hao ambao ilikuwa ukweli. Unajua kila mtu in a way mtu hujaribu kujijustify na pia kujiprotect. Protect pia testimony ama wali say reputation. Kila mtu anataka kujiprotect, but venye nimesema sisi ambao tuko standing, ambao sisi tuko kipao mbele, if we are going to behave well, even the younger ones, they will imitate that.
So do you think the problem is not in the younger generation?
There's a problem. There's a problem in the younger generation because of what they see happening.
So do we need a conversation with the so-called role models?
Yes. Yes, we need. We need. Who is your role model? There's this person that you look at and you say, I want to be like so and so. Lakini role model ziko mpaka unaangalia kila mtu. Kuna wale ma role model wengine ambao ni role model wa mtu.
Okay.
Lakini ukiangalia haizi kuwa role model.
Okay.
Yeah.
Role model.
Role model. So we need to be the role model of the community. And the church should be the role model of the community. Sijui kama unanipata sasa hapo.
Hii church hii. Ajua tukiongelelea kuhusu church. Umesema not all churches are churches.
It's true.
We can have a church without a church in it.
Yes.
For example,
sasa hii kanisa ambayo mchungaji anakalia waumini akiwanyambia ndio wapate muujiza, hiyo ni kanisa? Yeah, no, let's just be frank. Is that a church?
labda hiyo ndio huduma ametuma.
And then the perception of people, human being, they're always looking for a solution. And the only way some impositors or the people who call themselves pastors wanajua kumanipulate. There's what we call manipulation. People want to manipulate people. Kuonyesha kwamba hao ndio wako na solution. Na hakuna mtu by the way atafuti solution ya shida zake. Yeah. Life is full of issues, problems, but we need to know where we can get the solution. Not every person who calls him or her a man of God has the solution for your life, has the solution for your problems. That's what we need to be careful with that.
Let's go back to the society.
Yes.
After all, we are in this society.
Yes, we are in.
You have children.
Yes.
They will have children.
Yes.
And so on and so on. Is there something we can do today to start the conversation or to start the journey of reclaiming back where humanity should be.
Yes. One-on-one. So
Like
we say yes, we say charity begins at home. I've heard of some families whereby they have left their children. Wanasema yeye anaweza kuchagulia jinsi anataka kuishi. For example, I'm a pastor. I go to church. And I cannot allow my children to choose any church that they want to go. I am the head of that house. I'm a priest in that house. I am their God. So the gospel I preach, it must start with my house. My house is the first church. So I will not allow my children, they will have to follow what I say, me as a father of the house. They need to know that every Sunday we have to be in the church. Every evening before we sleep, we need to pray. We need to read the word. And that's why every child has got her own Bible and they keep on reading for themselves.
Do they have their own phones?
No, for now, my children, they have not got no phones because they are not yet there.
Do you know there are children with even more expensive phones than their parents?
I know.
And when their parents are talking to them, they are on either earphone or headphone.
That's wrong.
And before the parent finishes the statement, Mom, I know.
What do they know?
I'm a Google.
Oh, they don't know. We cannot live a Google life. We cannot. Not everything that is on Google is right. True or false? Not everything. Hata Google map inatupotezanga. Inakwambia you have already to your destination na hujafika. Aki. Tunafuata Google map, inakwambia your destination will be on the left.
Na ni msitu.
Na hapa hakuna hata hapo nyumba. So not everything that is on Google is the solution or is true. So the only way we can help the community or the society, beginning from our houses, we need one-on-one. Unajua kuna kule ile kujenga relationship. Father-son relationship is what matters. And I'm telling the truth, if you ukibuild hiyo, hata mtoto akienda kwa community ako sawa.
3 weeks ago, should be 2 weeks ago, a father took his sons to the court. Kwamba hawanitumii kitu na wanaishi town.
Baba
is that father-son relationship?
Mtoto ndiye amepeleka baba?
No. Baba amepeleka.
Kijana anafanya kazi.
Anaishi town, whether is working or not, baba hataki kujua. Ni kwenda kotini.
No, there must be some miscommunication because my dad cannot demand what I don't have. A father cannot demand from the son kile ambacho hana.
Wewe ukoona hiyo?
Inamaanisha no. Ndio nakwambia hapa kuna gap hapo hawa watu wawili hapa. Kuna gap. Kuna mambo ambayo baba hajui na kijana hajui.
Sijui ni
so relationship. Relationship between the two. Yes. Unajua relationship is not all about kukuitwa tu baba. There is more about that. Recently I went to visit my colleague went to visit his son. Hapa Navy across the Likoni hapa. See Navy unajua hii kama iko hapa.
Yes.
Na ile relationship niliona kijana na baba nilifurahia sana. Mpaka wengine wanauliza hey, is this your son or is this your brother or is your father? Because the way they are conversing and the way they are relating, there is no difference. I mean, ni kama ni brothers. Unaona? So mtoto na baba wanafaa relationship yao ikuwe intact. When it is the relationship that makes each one of you to understand one another. Kama hakuna uhusiano hiyo uhusiano, then huwezi kumjua mwingine.
Okay.
Relationship.
Haina waswali.
Una swali?
Nina swali ambalo
there's something you are looking.
Uko natafuta hiyo story ya father taking akiwa baba akiwa amepeleka, I can find it
you know,
ama watu wachane nayo, itatukulia time. Baba anaenda kotini kushtaki mtoto atumi kitu,
na baba akona evidence
kwamba ni mtoto wake.
Ni mtoto wake. Mtoto si shida. Akona evidence huyu jamaa akona uwezo.
Haishi kijijini.
So there's that notion that when you are living in town, you are rich. You have everything. That's wrong. That's very wrong.
But not only one son, sons. Hawawezi mazee. Hata mmoja akitoa 50, hiyo ni 150 per month mazee. Lazima ije tu.
Kama huyu kijana ako kazi,
hayuko kijijini.
Si ndio? How many people are in town and they are not working? But wise sons will do something.
So this suicide thing, is worrying actually. It is worrying.
It's very, very worrying.
You know, when somebody goes alone, it is worrying. But when somebody decides to go with others,
it is very, very worrying. Na hii kitu by the way unajua imekuwa sana. In fact this year,
juzi ni Kisumu, mtu akilipua na mtoto wa wenyewe na mwenyewe, you know.
Angalia.
It's not a good thing. In Kampala you saw the other some few days ago.
Just last month,
somebody committing suicide but going with other people, destroying property.
Is it a sacrifice they're making or what?
Yeah, we need a conversation on these things.
I think there's something wrong somewhere.
Now, you're somewhere ndo tunatafuta. Is it the parents? Is it the administrators wa serikali?
Now ndio bado
maybe bado nashuku ni kanisa. Because nowadays zile church mimi naona zimejaa motivational speakers.
You remind me about that.
A motivational speaker will tell you what you want to hear. He will not tell you this is the way. He will tell you what you want to hear.
And that's what I think, and that's what people are looking for. By the way, have you ever asked yourself? There's a day we went for a crusade, and we were singing very powerfully, and no one bothered to come close. Preaching. But few meters away from us, there were some guys doing acrobats and whatever. People were full. Ukiendelea kuenda a few meters, kuna jamaa pale alikuwa anauza madawa. Anasema
hii ni ya menyo.
Hii inaponya sijui nini ulcers, hii inaongeza nguvu za kiume, hii sijui inafanya nini, hii inaregesha sijui nini, mapenzi. Mapenzi inatibiwa na aloe vera. Kwa hivyo, one of the things people don't like is they don't want the truth. People don't want the truth. People want things that will entice them. People want things that will make them happy. Na hiyo ndio sasa hawa watu wana capitalize on that. Wana manipulate.
Okay.
Can we just come to a place where that we get, yani mtu hata kama anakurebuke, anakurebuke. Unajua kama saa hii,
yes.
Ati uwezi gombanisha mtoto wako. Ukimgombanisha, mtoto anaenda kukaa bedroom hata kula. Umeongelesha mtoto amekasirika. Mpaka anasema hataki kwenda shule.
Hako na right. But thanks to the CS alisema hiyo ni nonsense, inatakana kukoma.
Yes, hii inafaa ikome, hata mimi nakubali.
Sitaki kwenda shule, chukua kiboko tu chapa tu paka shule.
Mimi mwenyewe niko na alama zile nilikosa kwenda shule na niligongwa na nikaenda. And I'm here.
Sababu haya ni ugongwe uende alafu uanguke mtihani yenyewe.
Afadhali uende tujue ulianguka kuliko kutoenda. By the way, sio kuanguka mtihani inamaanisha you are a fail in life.
Wameuliza maswali hujui.
Wameuliza maswali ambayo hujui, kwa hivyo ile jawabu ni majawabu ama nini? the answers that you presented zilikuwa wrong. You are wrong. Labda ukusoma au ujui. But that one does not determine your future. But it's good to go to school. Hiyo mimi nasema sababu mambo ambayo nimepitia kidogo kwa hii maisha
inahitaji kama somo.
Lazima usome. Lazima usome kidogo sababu do you know there are people who even fake certificates? What should prompt someone to fake a certificate? Because there is something anataka. Na hiyo kitu ambayo anataka hakufika shule. So education will take you to a place.
Okay.
There's a place that education will take you. Lakini usiseme ati kwa sababu ulifail kwa masomo pia life utafail. Hapana, that attitude should be not there.
I wish to end this.
How will you end this?
The show. See missing
What's
link.
the time?
Sasa imeenda. Mbona sasa iko? Bado dakika moja hii.
Ona tumemaliza masomo ngapi hapa? Dakika kama wanao.
What will be your parental pieces of advice that can keep someone going? Someone is watching, someone is listening.
Yes. As a father, I want to advise that let us create a relationship with our children. And a relationship, it is that closeness, how your children knows you and how you know them, and how it will determine how you will approach them when you are correcting and when you are instilling discipline. Relationship. Charity begins at home. Let everything start from home.
Kiboko ianze nyumbani.
Kiboko lazima ianzie nyumbani. Hata Biblia imesema na kiboko haiui, by the way. Kiboko haiui. So if we want to have an effective people in the community, let us start from home. Everything must start from home. Instill discipline in your children. Talk to them. And how do you talk to them? After creating
a relationship.
Without that, then we are finished.
Ladies and gentlemen, hapa ni Bustani Cafe and Restaurant. We wish to say kwaheri for now. May God give you and keep you healthy till we meet again.
Yes.
Baba, si wewe umemalizana?
Mimi nimemaliza. Relationship kwanza tuanzie nayo kwa nyumba. I wish next time I'll be here, but God knows.
Okay.
Yes.
Relationship
from home.
Dear parents, the key word is relationship with your children. May God keep you safe.
Amen. Na hang sana hii.
Internet.